Welcome to Tunachiki's Africa in the News. This is Mike Mushi, and in today's video we'll be talking about BBC Africa's scathing and propaganda-like article on Rwanda. The article is titled The Loyalty Oath Keeping Rwandans Abroad in Check, okay? So before we start, please make sure to subscribe to Tunachiki, like this video and share it to friends and family. It really goes a long way. So the reason why we do this show is to hold media organizations, especially Western media organizations, in check, right, on how they report on Africa and the false narratives they share with the world, okay, about Africa. So in today's video, we talk about how BBC Africa, again, is attacking Rwanda. So the article basically says that the Rwandese government is forcing Rwandans in the diaspora to pledge allegiance to Kagame and the Rwandan government by force. They have no choice, and they're actually calling it the Korea of Africa. They're calling Rwanda one of the most developed and developing country in the world, not just Africa, the North Korea of Africa. Like you really don't understand how of an abuse this is, right? North Korea is like a totalitarian authority that does not even allow people to live outside the country, even allow people to have the internet. And they're comparing it to Rwanda, one of the most innovative countries in the world, right? One of the most open for business countries in the world. So this is the kind of propaganda that the Western media news organizations like peddle, right? Like this is their bread and butter. This is what they're paid for, okay? So let's go through the article a bit, which will not do will not go so much in depth on the article because we don't want to spread the propaganda, right? So basically, this article written by Andrew Harding, which is like some white guy who's saying he's an African correspondent, which I still don't understand how a white person can tell your African story, right? How a British person can tell your African story, which still boggles my mind. How till this day and age we still have Western news correspondents telling African stories. So, just to summarize the article that they posted, I shouldn't even call it an article, the propaganda piece that they posted on their website for BBC. It's leaked footage from controversial oath ceremony at a Rwandan High Commission in London has fueled allegation of an aggressive global crackdown on dissent by authoritarian government of the small East African nation dubbed the new North Korea by its critics. This article, which is like not sourced to begin with, and which it says like it's like critics, it says sources, like there's no actual credible source or like somebody who can say, hey, I saw this thing happening in the Rwandan consulate. Based on how journalism should be carried out, they should have sources, they should have credible facts before they post a very incendiary article like this. So for us, it's simple. We can make up stuff and post it. We can just make up things like BBC's Africa correspondent Andrew Harding is a Nazi, right? Like we say, sources from the BBC told us he's a Nazi. We don't say our sources. We don't say which critic is the one who says he's a Nazi. We're just saying it is a Nazi and we post it, and because it's coming from BBC and BBC Africa, it's news, right? I don't think news works like that in Africa anymore. Rwanda is like the limelight of Africa. Like Rwanda is the country most African countries want to be when they finally grow up. Uganda. So now that's the thing. They are smearing campaign because they don't like Kagame, because Kagame is tough on this kind of Western propaganda. Kagame doesn't take games when it comes to like playing fiddle with these Western media news organizations. He tells them as it is, and they really don't like that. So this is kind of like an attack on him, right? So another thing why we don't like this thing and why I've always said it, there's nothing African in BBC Africa, right? Not even one ounce. Even if it has African workers, them, they're just tools to a mean, an ends to a means, okay? So one thing you don't know, BBC is a state-owned media organization. It's owned by the British government, right? And its Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, he's somebody who's on paper, who wrote how colonialism was the best thing that ever happened to Africa, who wrote the case for why the British should have never stopped colonizing Africa, who till now told British people just recently they shouldn't be ashamed for the colonial past, right? The British people should be proud of the colonial past. That's a person who's technically their boss, right? So a person like that, who's their boss, and like everybody in BBC works for Boris Johnson if they supported him or not, because it's a state-owned media news organization, right? They can claim it's independent, but there's no difference from the like the Russian state media news organizations that are there. There's no difference from the Turkish state media news organizations. There's no difference from the Al Jazeera's. Like, it's 2020, people. The fact that our colonialists, the people who robbed us, the people who murdered us, the people who stole almost everything from us, right, are still telling our stories, right? It's 2020. So the fact that you still follow BBC Africa, you still follow CNN, you still follow Al Jazeera, you still follow all these Western and like even Eastern media news organization. Like, our point is, if it's not an African media news organization, take it with a huge grain of salt, right? If it's not based in Africa, if it's not if it's not like, even if it's in the diaspora and it's not pan-African, it should be a pan-African media news organization. Thank you for joining us on our latest episode of Africa in the News, where we talk about how there's nothing African in BBC Africa, and BBC is still a state-owned media news organization by the British government, okay? It's simple as that, and you should unfollow and not get your news from them, or if you do, please take it with a huge grain of salt, right? Because there's little to no truth in what they report. So another thing is, please make sure to subscribe to Tunacheki, share this video, and like this video. It really goes a long way. Check out our merch store, and you can check out what we have to offer. Huge discounts on Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming soon. And also check out our website, where we post authentic African news, where we go through all the reportings on Africa and just post what's like actual news that's meant to help you as an African, to keep you informed, not to help other entities in their agendas, okay? So also you can now become a member, a Tunacheki member, and you can join our membership program, where you can contribute to videos like how the one that Akin did for us. So members who join, people who join Tunacheki membership get perks like that, where like they can promote their channel, they can promote their message through us, right? And together we can make this Pan-African dream come true, okay? Thank you for watching. This is Mekimushi, and we'll catch you in the next video. And please feel free to leave your suggestions, news tips, or topics about Africa you'd like us to cover.